thank you. A very warm welcome to I.I.I 2023.
Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is a day of leadership, a legacy of leadership, which we, I.I.I Group, celebrates.
Let's introduce the woman of the match, the one and only Dr. Shama Hussain, ma'am. We are launching the world's first premium leadership startup launch.
To the society, to the country, to the nation, finally we can build leaders.
Thank you, and first of all, I would like to thank you, Doctor, for everything you are saying and what you are doing. And I was saying to you earlier that in what is happening now in the world, we're really in need of such a positive message to deliver to our youth and our coming generation that there is hope and there is good things will happen in future. And with your ideas and your initiatives, I think the world will be in a better place. Thank you.
Heartiest congratulations to Dr. Shama Hussain. Let's give a big hand to Shama Hussain.
I am Dr. Pinta Chaichana from Thailand. I am to be here to support Dr. Shama Hussain and I.I.I family.
You are a genius. You are an outstanding.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, my dear friends from all over the world. Myself, Dr. Shama Hussain, founder and CEO of I.I.I Group. I.I.I with a vision of humanization of education, humanization of leadership and empowerment, moving around, marching ahead all over the world, globally, empowering students, empowering adults, empowering every categories of the people. You know, my dear friends, once Bruce Lee, he said, I'm not afraid of a person. I'm not afraid of a person who knows how to kick, who knows how to kick in 10,000 ways. Who knows how to kick in 10,000 ways. But I'm afraid of a person who has practiced one skill 10,000 times. So mastering the skill is the one. Skill is like a muscle, my dear friends. More you do exercise, more you grow, more you develop. It's like a muscle. Skill is like your muscle. More you put efforts on it, it will grow. The stamina will improve and you will become strongest. You will get confident. Your mindset will change. The same thing comes up with the skill. Skill is also like that. Skill is nothing but, in my way, what I feel, my definition for a skill is learning how to learn life. Learning how to learn life, how to lead life is a skill according to me, my dear friends. So we need to learn how to lead a life. There are so many skills involved in that. So today is a very special day in the history of I.I.I, because we are going to launch a special project which is going to bring this energy in the minds of the people, that there are certain things that they have to work on to improve themselves, to make themselves future-proof. A-grade students usually work for B-grade students. who are efficient in marks, everything, A grade students. They are working for B grade students. Why? What's the reason? Because they have mastered skills. They just didn't depend on academics. They have mastered how to live their life. They have learned the way of leading life. So that's the reason skill keeps them separate, my dear friends. Skills are very important way. It's a navigator for our life right now. So with this small introduction about skills, I want to announce everyone that today we are going to start up Skills Hackathons project launch, a new startup of I.I.I group in worldwide Oman. Everyone knows very well we are in 12 countries right now. Shortly, we are going to come up with I.I.I Madagascar. I Madagascar as well shortly, because we got a very good means I can say the team who really wants to bring I humanization of education in Madagascar. So we are coming up shortly with that. And today, let me take the privilege of welcoming first all our guests here present from all over the world, from Switzerland, from in London, from Greece, from India, from Brussels, and in the bracket Mexico and USA as well. And so they are not just the guests, they are skill experts. They are experts in their fields. They are masters in their field who are going to give you their insights about how to be future proof in your skills. I request everyone who are watching this program to note down every point from them so that it will act as a navigator for you. It will act as a navigator to lead your way towards the skills, to upgrade yourself, to re-skill yourself, to upskill yourself. So before we start the program, we introduce everyone. Let me invite first about the tradition of I.I.I, the Iron Man of I.I.I, COO and BOD of I.I.I, Dr. Kevin Ward, a great human being. From day one of I.I.I's existence, he is with us, and we are so proud that he helped us so much to build the I.I.I family with his discipline, commitment, and accountability. And I'm so glad today to have Dr. Kevin. Again, in every program, he is with us to support us, to encourage us. I request Dr. Kevin to welcome all our, I don't call guests because everyone are I board only. All of them are our I family board of directors here, present here, and we are launching this in their presence. And I request Dr. Kevin Ward to welcome everyone with his welcome message. Dr. Kevin, stage is yours.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Shama. It is always a pleasure of mine to get to welcome everyone to all of our events and our meetings, everything. And it's such a pleasure to be able to do that. And I believe more today in the mission of I.I.I than ever before. And with the introduction of the Skills Hackathon, I believe we're going to add a great new dimension, because one of the things we're missing is skill and the focus on skill. So welcome everyone, both our board of directors, our audience, everyone viewing this. We welcome you and look forward to a time of growing, sharing, and encouraging each other in development of our skills. So thank you for being here. Dr. Shama, back to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kevin. Thank you so much. With your inspiring message, we'll take a kickstart. Now we'll start the roller coaster ride. Friends, do you know now the first section of our program is very interesting. I want everyone to lend your ears to us now, because this is going to be the very interesting first round. And before we go to the launch of the program, you have to wait for the launch. And before the launch, we are going to take the secrets from our guest experts that are here today, because they're experts in their skills. They have mastered their skills, and we want to know from them what is the special skill that they really love in, and they feel that it is the need of the hour as well. So I think, should we go with ladies first, or Ladies first? Okay. So done. So I have taken the permission. Everyone has nodded their head. So let me go ahead with Dr. Rania or Miss Sheena. Who will be? Any one of you, Miss. Okay, Miss Sheena.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Shama.
Yeah, before Miss Sheena will start, I want to tell Miss Sheena is an world expert coach. She is an expert in leading you towards the Olympic skills that can collaborate with your life. She is an international expert. She can create analogy of the skills with any part, and she's always there with her candid insights. I'm really a big fan of her candid insights, I can say. The way she molds everything, the analogy that she gives to the things is really amazing. She's an international expert, and having her precious time itself is I'm myself very anxious to know her special skill now. Yeah, Mishina, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That's a lovely introduction, and welcome to all the board of directors here. I'd like to say for you to write this down. First, be the best, and then be first.
Wow.
That is how you can future-proof every skill that you may want to learn. Right now, I'm a luxury coach for CEOs and business executives. What does that really mean? That means that you have to be incomparable. What does incomparable mean? It means your expertise and skills have to be something that only you can deliver, that you do not have any competitors. So being incomparable, I have a film and media background and a global coaching background. And being incomparable as an actor on the stage, how you use your voice, how you use your body language, how you command your audience. You see, I believe you and our audience need to command the room. You need to be bigger than the room so that your message is big and bold and brave, and people see that you're the person they need to work with, the person they need to have a conversation with. I think that being world class, somebody asked me this week, what's world class? I said, well, let me ask you a question. What has been mediocre? What has been ordinary? None of us want to be here, and people listening, nobody wants to be ordinary. We want to be elite. We want to pursue excellence, and we want to be world class. So the questions I'm going to leave you with. What if you designed you today? What if you took your performance and asked yourself, how do I perform? Am I ordinary or am I extraordinary? Am I aiming for world class? And that links into your brand. Who are you? Who do you need to become? What is your brand about? The second thing I want you to ask yourself, do I provide mastery with a difference? Dr. Sharma spoke about mastering skills. Why am I different? Ask yourself, am I different or am I in the sea of sameness? When we're leading world-class skills, we're not in the sea of sameness. We're not in competition because we're incomparable. And the third thing I want to leave with you is, let me ask you, do you provide winning results right now beyond the competitive sporting arena? I mentioned Ronaldo, but I have a sports background. And winning results is important in swimming, in athletics, in football. You would never, ever hear an athlete with negativity. You'd never hear an athlete speaking anything other than aiming for the top, pursuing excellence, and being world class. So I want you today to look at your winning results going forward in the next quarter beyond any arena that you've ever performed in. Remember, first be the best and then be first.
Wonderful, Mishina, wonderful. I'm going to command the room. I'm going to become world class. I'm really got inspired and be incomparable. Wow, amazing. Be incomparable. There should be no comparison at all. Means we should not even, like, nowadays the people have this problem. They think he is doing bad, he's more doing better than me. You have to reach to a stage where nobody should compare to you. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Mishina. It's amazing. So let me come to Dr. Rania quickly. And dear friends, Dr. Rania is, I can say, Miss, first thing that I love in her is her wonderful smile. The way she smiles, the way she shows proactiveness and always the helping attitude. And that really is one of the great qualities of a leader, and supporting the people. Yeah, means like a candle, trying to lighten up everyone, even though how much you are putting up your efforts on you. But the lightening is the most important. Thank you so much, Dr. Rania. Dr. Rania is from Greece, and she is a STEM educator. She is expert in STEM education, in research, and she is extending it to all over the world as well, empowering the youth, empowering the educators and all. So we are glad to have Dr. Rania here, and I would love to know the secret, very important life skill that has influenced you and you always follow that.
Thank you so much, Dr. Shama. It's an absolute honor and pride to welcome you all, me too, to one of the most anticipated global events of the year, this grand launch of the new project Skills Hackathon 2025, brought to you by this visionary force behind this movement, the I.I.I group leadership startup, under the great leadership of Dr. Shama Hussain. And today marks more than just the launch of a hackathon. I could say that it marks the beginning of a global movement, a bold step into the future of organic skills, of ethical leadership and sustainable innovation. And we're not just witnessing the unveiling of a project, I think we're witnessing the birth of a new era in skill empowerment and global collaboration. And before sharing my personal talent and skill, I think that this whole initiative that we're launching today is designed for the bold, for the dreamers, the doers, the entrepreneurs, the visionaries who believe that true influence comes from authentic skills and responsible leadership. And through this platform, we're going to explore future-ready strategies, powerful collaborations, game-changing innovations. Because in a world moving faster than ever before, where industries, evolve overnight and innovation is constant, the question before us no longer, what skills do we need tomorrow? What skills are already overdue? So, I have a specific talent, a rare talent. I didn't know that I had this talent until I participated in a very innovative program, which was organized by CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research. As a STEM teacher, I had to teach particle physics to primary school students, to students of 6 to 11, 12 years old. So then I realized that I had this great ability to translate complex abstract ideas into something understandable, engaging for students, especially through play-based methods, through creative pedagogy. Translating even the most abstract concept, for example, the theory of relativity of Einstein, into playful, accessible learning, it's not easy. And this was cultivated, through multiple workshops by me through experiential learning. So I'm expert now in science communication through creativity. Until this program, I didn't know that I have this talent which was cultivated, said before, was developed after unlimited STEM sessions, especially astronomy workshops with the Greek Astronomy Space Company and the Hellenic Physics Society. And I could say that creativity, finally, it's for me my favorite skill. So because this combination of science and creativity obviously is based on the nature of creativity. Albert Einstein said that the creativity is intelligence having fun. Or they say that you can't use up creativity because the more you use, the more you have. And creativity is seeing what everyone else has seen and thinking that what no one else has thought of. Amazing, quotes. And I could say that also creativity is allowing yourself to make mistakes. And STEM, it's all about trial and error. Learn from your mistakes, embrace failure, learn students how to make mistakes, also how to learn from their mistakes. And also creativity for me is everything that I can imagine becomes real. So this creativity is the power to connect the seemingly unconnected. And some tips how to cultivate this. A science communicator is very trendy nowadays. I could say that some tips and strategies for this is first to study how others translate complexity. That could be, for example, by observing master explainers, how, for example, Sir Ken Robinson explained physics with stick figures. Watch TED Talks. You can use play as framework. You can create games, analogies, role plays, or you can use Lego, storytelling, crafts, study game designs. Learn about learning. You are acting as a bridge between complexity and clarity. Understanding how people learn helps refine your methods. So this requires studying cognitive psychology. I'm also a researcher on brain-based learning. It's important, these principles of what we call brain-compatible learning. So study cognitive psychology, constructivism, and visual thinking. And practice in public, because this skill thrives when it's tested in the real world. We can build it on a blog, we can create workshops or lesson plans, we can host live demos, we can organize many conferences, talk shows about this, get feedback also from non-experts, since our goal is what is clarity and engagement here. We should test our translations on kids, on peers, or unrelated professional. So you can use the reactions to iterate and refine our creative tools. And of course, collaboration, it's important because we need to run a class or a workshop to teach others how to simplify ideas. Teacher training, for example, about this. I remember that when I had conducted my first STEM workshop here in Greece to Greek teachers, the feedback was very negative. They were feeling afraid. They were very resistant to change. They were thinking what is STEM, what is all about. We're talking about a period where STEM is totally unknown and not popular. So collaboration and this, capacity to ability to learn to convey your ideas with clarity and precision. And of course, STEM, it's not only about creativity, it's about problem solving. It's about AI because, that the skills have now evolved. For decades, traditional education system have been slow to adapt, but the modern world demands agility. I mentioned about critical thinking, about collaboration, about creativity, most importantly, empathy, empathy to lead people, not just projects. So there's a global shift now from job roles, we could say, to skill roles. The rise of AI now, of automation and digital transformation has shifted the spotlight from job titles to skill capacities. So what you can learn or adapt or apply is now more valuable than what it's written on your business card. And this is why the Skills Hackathon is so important, because it represents, I think, a paradigm shift, a new way of equipping individuals for the real world challenges of leadership and innovation. I am particularly inspired by this focus on organic skills, those rooted in authenticity and community and also sustainability and ethical leadership. And AI, of course, we have seen the impact of AI now, traditional jobs. We are afraid of job displacement. This is already happening. Last week, I read about how Mark Zuckerberg said that 90% of his coding activities will be replaced by AI. I have read many articles about the business companies who have fired all their employees using only AI chatbots and things like that. If you have read also about the first pilot school in UK, it's already reality, where there are no there are no teachers, physical teachers. There are only AI assistants. It's a pilot study. We're waiting to see the results. So the impact of AI is here. It's about not only job displacement, it's about job transformation, because AI often augments human roles. For example, a doctor using AI to interpret medical images. A financial analyst can use AI tools to model forecasts. It's about new job creation also. Emerging roles in robotics, data science, cybersecurity, AI ethics are expanding. Growth in sectors like green energy or healthcare, technology services, increased productivity, efficiency. So for me, these indispensable skills for the future have to do with what I mentioned before, these STEM skills, but also human-centered skills. How to navigate complex, ambiguous situations, how to generate original ideas, how to develop your emotional intelligence, and the adaptability and lifelong learning. Of course, AI has to do with digital and technical skills, because even no-tech roles will increasingly require some digital fluency. Digital literacy means understanding, interpreting, and making decisions based on data. Today, education is data-driven. Basic programming automation tools, even a no-developer can benefit from knowing Python, for example, Excel macros or workflow automation platforms. We have many cases of teachers who are just teachers in primary education, but they excel in robotics. They're winners in the national Olympiads. So you don't need to be, absolutely an expert on this, or have to take a bachelor degree in order to be expert on robotics, for example. Cybersecurity also, awareness. This AI and automation will change our professional lives, of course, but the future belongs, I think, to the adaptive generalists who can leverage AI tools while bringing distinctly human strengths to the table. During my conferences, everybody's asking me, especially students, Madam, will AI replace teachers? It's the main, the common question. I believe that AI can never replace teachers, although I mentioned about the case of the pilot school. But those teachers, AI will replace teachers who don't know AI. I mean, teachers who know AI will be those who actually survive. This is what you need to have in mind. Teachers need also training all the time, not only teachers. We should embrace this new reality, whether we like it or not. And digital literacy, of course, is foundational in order to stay relevant in today's tech-driven world, because it plays a critical role to nearly every job. It's about how it enables adaptability, lifelong learning. To tell you a fun joke, during the COVID pandemic, when the COVID pandemic started, here in Greece were teachers who didn't even know how to open their computer. Honestly telling, this happened during the COVID pandemic. The COVID pandemic revealed, I could say, the weaknesses of educational systems. One example is this: the teachers were afraid to use computers. We're talking about the 21st century. Lifelong learning and enhance also productivity, efficiency, all this, effects that digital literacy includes today. Understanding cloud computing, understanding data privacy, using collaboration tools like a Google Workspace, navigating digital research, media platforms responsibly, how to be familiar with AI tools. There are many platforms like Magic AI, this platform where teachers can get certified and become certified in AI training. So the bottom line is that digital literacy, I could say, is not optional. It's a core competency for thriving in both current and future workplaces, because it empowers individuals to work smarter, to communicate better, and adapt to change and innovate. And this skills hackathon, for me, is a launch pad, I could say, for leaders, because it is a space where ideas become movements and where skills become solutions. And the participants, I think, in these projects are not just learners, will be the builders of a new global narrative, one narrative that embraces change, diversity, and unity. So remember that every code you write, every solution you design, any conversation we start, these are the building blocks of global impact. The future doesn't belong to those who wait for change, it belongs to those who create it. So let's create, let's collaborate with ethical consideration in mind. For example, we have seen how in many countries, I wanted to mention this issue because we're talking about AI. There are many countries, for example, in Europe, Sweden is one of the most tech-savvy countries which have introduced digital technology already in the preschool age. And now, in a period where the European Union invests 2 billion for educational institutions who are going to implement AI projects, during this period, Sweden bans completely smartphones, digital technology from the preschool, and they say that we return to old textbooks. And there are other countries also who are thinking the same way. So this was a bomb in the European Union, but this, showed that the pilot period so the students have started to lose their handwriting skills, the research skills, the creativity, the critical thinking. We have seen that many universities now have changed their evaluation, the assessment methods, because we receive an essay. We don't know if this essay was created by AI, or by ChatGPT, or by the students. So we prefer oral evaluation, things like that. Of course, banning something is not a solution. We need to embrace technology, whether we like it or not, but our task is to help students and teachers both to navigate this complex world and use ethically, responsibly, and wisely technology. Thank you once again, Dr. Shama, and all the amazing team of I.I.I for this groundbreaking breaking project, and let us embrace all the challenges and shape the future together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rania. I think Dr. Rania loves all the skills. She loves all the skills and she has given all the sales insights. Thank you so much, Dr. Rania. It really means a lot for every skill that you have given. You have narrated them with examples and everything. Thank you so much. And I think before we go to everyone, let's bring some vibrancy and let's start with your permission with Professor Jagdish, Dr. Kevin, Professor Einstein, Dr. Rania, Sheena, Bhatt. We would love to first go ahead with the launch of a skills hackathon, so that we will see how you are the lead now today, under whose presence, gracious presence, we are going to launch this, and after that we are doing global wise this hackathon. In Oman mostly it will be physical, and in other countries we are making it completely virtual way. This skills hackathon will start up, and once again I'm grateful for you, to all of you, for this big start. Let me give you all a red carpet welcome. Red carpet welcome to all our wonderful guests present here today to our event of Skills Hackathon 2025, inviting all the guests to come inside and do the ribbon cut of Skills Hackathon 2025 by I.I.I Group. So with your permission, I'm going to share the screen. So Dr. Kevin, all of you, shall I? Yes. Thank you so much. So let me share the screen right now. And first, let me go with the sound. Yes, sound is here. And is my screen visible to Kevin?
Yes.
Now, Dr. Kevin, is it visible?
Yes, it is visible, and I'm hearing audio.
Done. We extend red carpet welcome to all of our guests here today. Kevin, is it not visible?
Yes.
It is visible,
It is.
yes, ma'am.
Carpet welcome Dr. Dr. Sadeep Mama, Dr. Einstein, Ashina Walker, Dr. Rania, Dr. Marco Lopez, Henry Mandel, Dr. Jagdish Khatri, and myself with all of you. Now let's reveal. Let's reveal the launch. Skills Hackathon 2025. This is the logo that we have designed for Skills Hackathon. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for. Let me just come back. Let's stop the share. Yes, I hope if you liked it. And I'm so glad that it is done under your presence, with your gracious presence. I hope you liked our red carpet welcome to all of you. One day, I think we had Professor Jagdish in our red carpet welcome in Oman. Professor Jagdish was here, and I wish to welcome you all in our next ISA. For the red carpet welcome, we'll be glad to welcome you. And thank you so much. So before we move ahead, the grand launch is done. So let me invite Professor Jagdish with his favorite skill that he feel that is important for the life. And Professor Jagdish, yeah, before you, once you answer that, I will ask you your question as well. Professor Jagdish, actually, he just got operated, his knee operation, and he's actually tired, but still he's here. Thank you, Professor Jagdish. And he's not able to sit for a long time as well, as he's just operated. So thank you, Professor Jagdish. Thank you so much for your time. So, Professor Jagdish, can we have your insight?
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. It's nice to be with such dignitaries, and it gives us so much learning listening to all of them. In my humble view, you see, long ago, our great philosopher Aristotle had said, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. Our religious scriptures also say, know thyself. So, in my view, the most important skill and the quality that one should have is self-awareness.
Very.
Ability to constantly know yourself, explore yourself, and then develop yourself. To explore what are our core values, our virtues, our aspirations, our goals, our strengths, our talents, our aspirations, and what are our limitations also. So self-awareness is something that must be taught, we must learn. and but somehow that is something that we have not been able to inculcate this quality in our education system so far. So I need it. It should be given more importance. I would like to present an acronym for this: SKILL. That is skill, and the full form is self knowledge inspires latent leadership. Self
Wow, very
knowledge
nice.
inspires latent leadership. And once we are able to explore ourselves, know what are our targets, what are our plans, aspirations, then this latent comes out as talent. So to convert latent, our latent virtues to into talent, we need to constantly upgrade ourselves to be aware of ourselves. I would like to narrate a Urdu couplet in this respect and then translate also. ये और बात है तारुफ न हो सका, ये और बात है तारुफ न हो सका, हम जिंदगी के साथ बहुत दूर तक चले हैं. That means, although I have spent so much time in life, but I am yet to get introduced to myself, and that is something that we must inculcate. We must constantly be aware of ourselves. I have also dared to write a book on it. Who am I? A guide to discover your true self. So this has received excellent reviews also, and it says that there are three things we must concentrate upon: self-concept, self-ideal, and self-image. Self-concept: who am I? Self-ideal: what do I want to be? And third one, self-image: how do I want to be remembered? What kind of image I'm creating? So if we have a combination of all these three, I think we will be able to become the best version of ourselves and serve the society well. So that's what I would like to submit. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Jagdish. And before we go to Professor Einstein and Dr. Kevin and Dr. Barth, Professor Jagdish, I'll ask you a question as well because maybe you're tired, so I don't want you
No,
to keep
no,
you
no, no
waited.
problem. No problem. No.
The question is, Professor Jagdish, like, what do you think leadership and collaborations
Yeah.
are these skills?
Thank
How
you.
these skills do you think they can take you in your workplace?
Yeah. First, let us define what is leadership. And in one word, if we have to say, normally we say that leadership is commanding, controlling, motivating, directing, or something. But these are all functions of leader. So, but basically, leadership is influencing. It is the influence of leader that works 24 hours a day, 365 days, because a leader cannot be physically present everywhere. A CEO cannot be present in all the departments at the same time. A prime minister cannot be everywhere. A major general cannot be everywhere on the border. So it is the influence that is created. And influence is created by three C's. That is competence, coaching, and character. Three C's: competence, coaching, and character. Competence in your own field, your knowledge, your experience, your exposure, expertise. The coaching is ability to take people along with you, to train them, to motivate them, to guide them. And character is the basic thing which inspires people to follow you. Your integrity, your value system, your hard work, your justice, your fairness in dealing with everybody. So these three C's make a good leader. And I would like to say that I like the quote most is how to define a leader. A leader is one who knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way. So these three qualities are there. Then that's a true leadership. Now about the collaboration again, you see there are three steps for collaboration. That is communication, cooperation, then collaboration. So first step is a good communication, ability to communicate with each other. Then the cooperation. And cooperation requires two things. One is ability to cooperate, and another is willingness to cooperate. So both of these has to be developed. But once we have good communication, we go to the next stage, that is cooperation. And once we keep cooperating with each other, we develop a trust with and we enjoy the company, and then we do some projects jointly, that is collaboration. So these again three C's: uh, communication, cooperation, and collaboration. So if these are there, a leader can get the job done, inspire people, even in remote condition or in hybrid conditions also. So that's my humble submission. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Professor Jagdish. Thank you so much for the three C's. I'm sure everyone who are listening, they will be noting down all these valuable points and precious points, and especially working on ourselves first to develop the favorite skill that is exactly human, that our own self. If we don't know what we are, it's not going to be the means we cannot do anything. We can, it's like driving a car without a navigator. I like that. So exactly, thank you so much, Professor Jagdish, for these wonderful insights. And let me go back to the Einstein of I.I.I. Einstein of I.I.I, Professor How Einstein. So Professor How Einstein is an intellectual, he's the president of ICEM, the International Council of Education and Management. He is the visiting professor of Liverpool Hope University, for the Business School of Liverpool Hope University as well. And lots of accreditations are there. He got from the government of Romania, yours, with the honor. Professor, yours, yours Einstein, totally, if I tell in complete name. So, mashallah, means with lots of his dedication to promote intellectuals in the world, and he especially admires humanization of education in the world. And thank you so much, Professor Einstein, for your time here and always support of yours to I.I.I with your great knowledge. So today we want you to again share us your wonderful, to open your treasure box. To open your treasure box for all of us today. And the first, there are two things. First thing is, what you be your favorite skill that you always use it. That's first thing. That means you're always sharpening it. That's the first thing. And the second thing is, okay, first, I think we'll go with that first one. Professor Einstein.
Happy and many thanks that you have welcomed me to this launch, who is very important, I think. I think the launch of a Skills Hackathon is a totally new solution and is very important in this situation where we are. Yeah, I have to say, when I thought about your question, what is for me an important skill, then I have to say, it's difficult for me on one side, on the other side. On one side, I would say innovation. On the other side, I would say creativity. But I think when you want to have one, then I have to combine this in a totally new competence, in a new field, and I would say innovative creativity. That is for me that who is needed. Yeah, innovative creativity.
Wonderful way of defining the skill. Innovative creative. Dr. Rani also, I think she started with creativity as well. That, yes, and innovative creativity is wonderful. And without innovation, we are just, I think humans evolved because of the innovation day by day. We were with the leaves before, and then from then we growed, we evolved from Charles Darwin's theory to now we are the most highly evolved human beings. Like fish, amphibians, reptiles, birds, mammals, and the highest living existence is the man, the humans. So thank you, wonderful, Professor Einstein. Now, Professor Einstein, very tough question for all of us, not for you. It's a very tough question for all of us to decide how. Means What is future proof? First of all, we always tell, even in I.I.I, we always tell future proof skill. Let's become future proof, like waterproof watch, like waterproof, future proof. So, future proof skills. What is that future proof skills? Especially in terms of careers, because most of the students nowadays only behind the careers. They
Yeah.
want to make their careers, but they're forgetting how to make their career future proof. So, in terms of that, and what do you think, in your opinion, which careers are in the danger zone, are about to disrupt? Which careers are about to disrupt, and how can we prepare for that? So, your terminology of future proof in terms of career, and what are the skills that are in terms of disruption, and how can we protect them?
First of all, I has to say, and sorry, I has to shake you. There is no, and there will be never in the new future a future proof. A future proof is gone. That's not anymore possible. We can't say there is a future proofing in the context of skills and careers anymore, because we are working and living in a multi-disrupted time and in a multi-disrupted crisis. And this will last the next some 100 years. And the situation is totally clear. The scientific experts already don't anymore only speak about the future. We all are at the moment speaking about the futures, plural. That means because we have so many disruptions, and all these disruptions will come again, and we have to start a new future after the disruptions. We had this situation in COVID-19. We had to start after a totally new future because everything changed, everything got in another direction. And therefore, we has to speak about the futures, and we has to say there is not anymore any guarantees. That's gone. And we have, when we look to the skills, we have to train people in a direction that they can work with this, that they can have success in times of disruptions, that they can go for new futures. So the most important skills at the moment in this multi-disrupted time is analytical thinking and innovation, is active learning and learning strategies, complex problem solving, critical thinking and analysis, creativity, originality and initiative, leadership and social influence, technology use, monitoring and control, and then technology design and programming, and then resilience, stress tolerance and flexibility, then reasoning, problem solving and ideation, emotional intelligence, troubleshooting and user experience, service orientation, system analysis and evaluation, and number 15, persuasion and negotiation. These are the 15 top skills from the World Economic Forum listed for 2025. And this will change. There will come new disruptions on our neck, and we have to reset everything again, and has to start again, and has to redesign the world again. So that is the situation. So it's very difficult. The old security possibilities were gone. And I can remember my daddy said, I have prepared my whole life to be competent in this field. That is not anymore possible. Everything has to get redesigned. And it is not anymore possible that over generations all were in the same direction and fields. I think that is gone. And therefore I say, when we can give human beings a recommendation, then we can say when you are only in the working field, you are getting maybe in a field who the disruptions will be more and more difficult. But when you are qualifying higher, when you are learning more, when you are learning more skills, then you're coming into a field of qualification where artificial intelligence will not affect you totally. It will affect you as well, but not in that situation that you can have problems in your life. So I think lifelong learning is the motto, and now very clear. And I think exchange between human beings, humanization, hey, I, humanization of education is one of the biggest mottos in the world for the future. And yeah, I think that is what I can give in.
Wonderful analogy, Professor Einstein. It is amazing. Means Professor Einstein is telling us there is no word called future proof. It is futures. So the bumpy roads of the life will never stop. He means to say to all of us, and we have to make our wheel more stronger so that the bumpy roads cannot stop us. The
I'm just
wheel
at
of
the
our
moment
life.
creating a research institute totally new in Switzerland, who will have as well a seat in UK and elsewhere. And the name is, and the domain is, which I have bought, Futures 21. So the plural, Futures 21. That is the aim for the futures. We are going in a direction of multiple futures because we are in multiple disruptions.
Wonderful, Professor Einstein. It is really amazing analogy, and it's a clear concept to the people that I have invested. I have $1 million with me. No, I don't. I'm future proof. I don't need to work. No, we have to go on working and make ourselves stronger to face AI or any enemy comes. We have to be Iron Man always. We have to be ready for that. We have to get the new Iron Man suit all the time. We have to upgrade the suit, not we have it and we keep quiet. Wonderful analogy. Thank you so much, Professor Einstein. Thank you so much. And let me go to the real Iron Man here of I.I.I. Dr. Kevin Ward here with us, my dear friends. He's a CEO. As I said, I mean, he's already from long time. He's running Wisdom Nuggets. He's every day he sends nuggets to everyone for wisdom, to develop their wisdom, to broaden their mindsets, to improvise the people thinking capacities. He always widens the doors, opens the doors of the people towards the wisdom. And we are sure today's the question. We are going to get really great information, and lots of transparency in our minds will be created after listening to Dr. Kevin. Thank you, Dr. Kevin. My first question, Dr. Kevin, 2 questions, as I said. My first question is your favorite skill that you always sharpen up for your bumpy roads, to face the bumpy roads of life, as Professor Einstein said. So that is first question. Okay, I think let's finish the first question.
Well, thank you, Dr. Shama. I think that, and it's an interesting skill, but I think that one of the skills that we need to develop, especially in light of futures, is to be a route inspector. Okay, because we've got to understand the root of things that are happening. We have developed a culture of treating symptoms. And the problem is we can't fix problems by treating symptoms. We have to dig down to the root. If you have, I like to take learning and analogies from creation, and one of them is plants. If you have a sick plant, you don't treat the leaves. You look at the leaves, you evaluate, but in the end, you need to find out what is causing a problem for the roots of the plant, and then develop a solution or a treatment for the root. So developing a skill of digging in and finding the root cause. And I think what Professor Jagdish referred to as self-awareness is one of the parts of that skill. And because we've got to start understanding ourselves and move forward so we can then begin to understand others. But I think an important skill set, and we've gotten so far away from this in our current culture, and that is dig down, find the root of the problem, and then develop a response or a solution.
So RR, roots, it's something new, but means the terminology, roots inspector, wonderful, Professor Dr. Kevin Bard. Today, Dr. Kevin, I think this question I have marked very good way, so that now we are getting so many information, so many insights from everyone. And it's really amazing what Professor Einstein said, no future-proof futures. So that is really great learning again. And you said root inspector. That's again great learning. So whenever anything comes, now I have to go, everyone has to go to our roots now. So then, as Professor Jagdish said, S, self, and then how to treat that S, how to bring that S with the C. What Professor Jagdish said. And Dr. Rani as well, she said about creativity, how the creativity will lead to the difference and how artificial intelligence cannot defeat us, how we can overcome all these things, and how Miss Sheena, how she said, how we can become world class. Her way of giving us the world class, incomparable skills, becoming incomparable. So these, I'm really like surprised. Means it's a great insight for everyone. If they go in deep and focus on that, it's evolving, it's life changing. So Dr. Kevin, second question. How do you think the education system right now, this education system, how we can evolve using these skills, how we should prepare? How do you think? Do you think now it is apt, or still we need to have any changes in developing these skills? Are we doing justice?
Favorite topic, yes, education. And if you've read any of the articles and all I've written, I'm of the opinion our current education system holistically is broken. It's terribly broken. There are bright spots that we see things going on. And part of the reason that I am so entrenched with the mission of I.I.I is it goes beyond what we currently are doing in education. In education, we're aiming way too low. And on a basic level, we depend on not seeking knowledge. Knowledge is fine, and knowledge is helpful. I'm one of the most curious people around, but knowledge is not the goal. Knowledge is fine, but unless you can do something with it, it is of no value. So got to stop aiming so low. I mean, we focus so much of our time on handing out knowledge and then taking written tests. And if you know much about Bloom's taxonomy, you know that written tests are the lowest form. And we aim low because I believe part of the root of this is education has become a production. It's an assembly line production. And the problem is that assembly line production is designed to create one something over and over and over again. And what we've heard about creativity and all is that we are not production models. We're not robots. And so we've got to rethink education to a point where we are building towards different, first of all, our audience or our subjects or whatever term you like are very unique, everyone. And it's come up in conversation, but our education is not geared towards uniqueness. It's geared towards sameness. And I think that part of that evolution, looking at root causes, is to get away from a single view of intelligence. Okay, we're discovering more and more multiple intelligences. Okay, some people have intelligence that is or an intelligence that is the most common, and that is academic intelligence. That's only one thing. And there are multiples. And until we in education recognize that, embrace it, and then design a system that recognizes multiple intelligences, we're going to continue to fail miserably. And it's getting worse because the current system doesn't allow for the innovation and creation. It's not preparing well for the influences being brought to us by AI. And we've got to modify and adjust. And one of the ways to do that, another part of the solution, is rather than the way to assess learning is to look at application as the ultimate outcome, rather than can we repeat knowledge that we've been given over and over and over again. And competence is about skills. Okay, competence is taking knowledge and putting it together with skills. And we don't have, or we're not producing young people with competence. We're producing young people that can regurgitate knowledge. And again, now I don't mean to dismiss the value of knowledge, but I have a lot of knowledge. For example, I have a very big interest in medical and human anatomy and things. And I have even watched and learned and about, for example, how to stitch something up. And I have knowledge of it. I could walk you through the steps and describe it, but I assure you, you don't want me stitching you up. Not likely. I mean, I guess if you're desperate, but the point is, just because you've given someone knowledge doesn't mean you've given them what they need to go forward. And another aspect of that is, and Dr. Shama, you know my real passion about wisdom. It's an old concept. This is not a new thing. It's an old concept that we've lost. And we have to incorporate, as part of education, an active effort to seek out wisdom. You know, we have gotten to a point where wisdom is something we stumble across if we live long enough. And that's sad. Wisdom taught and skill developed can start young, because I see, it's not much, but I see young people that have gained wisdom. Now, interestingly enough, the reason that young people have gained wisdom in spite of what we've done is usually because they have been going through some kind of adversity. And we have prepared them and not shielded them from those adversities. And so wisdom, in my estimation, involves 3 steps. One is, at times we have to step away from all the distractions and all that clutters our life and our minds. And whether it be a few minutes a day, whether it be a period of time, whether it even could be weeks and years, but we have to step back. And then we make the effort to observe. Okay, we're given 2 eyes, 2 ears, and one mouth for a reason, because we need to do a lot of observing with our eyes and our ears. And so as we step back and get away from the distraction, start observing, then we are in a position to then find the root causes and then develop an application or a solution going forward. And we've got to, in education, we've got to stop doing production. It's failing everybody. And then the other component of education that we've got to move away from is stratification. Okay. I do recruiting at times for construction trades. And the reason that's become necessary is we have stratified. Well, this job is more important than that job, or this need is more important than that need. No, we can't be stratifying, because We all have multiple needs at multiple times, and we don't all have the skill set to address those. So we need each other to be able to complement each other throughout. And so this stratification process in education, again, I don't want to demean any one priority, but university education has become the golden ring, and it's not. And it's getting less so each year, and it's getting very expensive. And so we've got to stop telling our young people there's one answer to all their questions, and that is to go get a university education. They have to be taught to continue to learn after they finish formal education, whether it's at a secondary or post-secondary level, because if they don't, they're, as Professor Dr. Owenstein has mentioned, we're not going to be ready for the different potential futures that are out there. So it's got to evolve, and I don't know. I've really struggled. Can we repair what's there, or are we going to just have to break it down and rebuild? I'm not sure yet at this point, but I really think for the sake of our young people, we've got to do something and make it a priority. That's why I believe very much in I.I.I. and the mission of humanization of education, because currently we're not humans in education. We are a production model.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Kevin. It's wonderful. Dr. Kevin, you said knowledge, having knowledge enough alone is not enough. Then I remember once, which I always believe the one, having makeup is not enough. Applying the makeup is enough. When you apply the makeup, then only you look beautiful. So having makeup of Paris brand, this brand, we have a heavy, means like having knowledge from this university, from Liverpool University, from Harvard University, you studying in such a big brands is not enough. Getting the certificate, but applying that is more important. Then only it will come into existence. So I'll buy the brand of makeup and everything, but I'll keep it in my store. If I don't apply it, I don't look beautiful. So thank you so much, Dr. Kevin. The way you said about how I think it should be the torchbearer for so many educators who are thinking to build the students' marks, who are making, as you said, we are academic intelligence. We are having academic intelligence, but not human intelligence. So that people are behind everyone, whether the school, college, university, only marks behind you're running off. So in that way, I think Bart is going to give lots of insights now. So I'm also excited to talk to Bart. Yes, Bart, I'm coming to you only now, Bart.
Good. I was listening morning for everybody from Mexico, but I want to tell I heard many theories this morning during almost 2 hours. And all about the secrets. My point of view is
let me introduce you. No, let me introduce you. Let me introduce you to everyone. Everyone should know you as well. So, dear friends, now after Dr. Kevin's words, wisdom nuggets, let's move on to Dr. Barto Holomius Henry van de Velde. I love to read his name always. It is so amazing name, so big, and it's like an exam for everyone. Even I took some time to pass in learning this name, but I'm now used to this. Now I know this name very well. So as the name itself is so significant, so gracious. When the name is gracious, you can imagine how the person will be. So the person, he himself is a hero in his own, a great leader, a person of respect, love, kindness. Again, Dr. Barth. And Dr. Barth is also from the place of where chocolates are. Even Professor Einstein is also from a place where chocolates are there. Wonderful chocolates. And Dr. Barth as well. I thought he will come to I.I.I 2024 last time and he will bring chocolates from Brussels. But he didn't come last time because he was occupied with concert. So next time, so Dr. Barth is an international music conductor. He's an you should go to his website and you should see his passion when he plays when he lead the team of I want him to come once to Oman and see the opera, and I hope I can let him to meet with the people there. And we can have him playing opera. I think it's a dream. Inshallah, one day that dream also will come true. And the way he leads the team, his discipline, commitment, that's what I feel proud that I always write it proudly in whenever I write social media post that I is a brand because of the people who are present in I. Because the people here are not at all for the namesake or for any materialistic designations or any materialistic value they are coming up here in I. They are here to bring the revolution. They are here to bring the evolution. So they are here for that, not for anything else. To do something, to give, to lead a navigator for so many people who are following them through I. So that's the only purpose of there. And giving this much of time, I know every one of you, your time is so precious. Your time is so precious, but giving this much of time is really, I mean, I respect your time so much. And Dr. Bhatt, so Dr. Bhatt is also an ambassador. Dr. Bhatt is an also leadership expert. Lots of interviews he has done. He's been recognized with lots of international awards and all. And he's also been in the Rolex brand also. So lots of designations he has taken up in his life. And today he's also the advisory board member of I proudly say, proudly claim that. So Dr. Bhatt, now coming to you. So today you are going to play the strings of your music with your wonderful words. And so the first question is the skill that you love to, that you sharpen always every day. That's the first question. And second question, I will tell you directly. Second question is, how do you think music as a skill will empower us?
Yes. Actually, two questions can be in one question. I'm going to be very simple.
That's the reason I asked you two questions together.
The sun comes each morning up. Each morning is the same sun we're living under. And I heard so many theories these 2 hours that I say my skill is very simple. Curiosity. Curiosity in the world is very important. That's the first word. And the second word is, it's only one word. Why? Why the sun comes up? Why we do this? And if you do that in a way of strength and provokes your energy, you will create beauty. Whatever you do, in my sense, it's art. Whatever you do, whatever profession you do, whatever direction you do, go always in beauty. But how do we do that finally? Well, be and feel unique to do that. That I heard also. And that provokes also energy. And finally, the secret is in yourself. You don't need to go to all the universities of the world to be yourself. To be yourself comes from curiosity and follow always your dreams. Because dreaming very highly becomes always the truth. We have all an experience. We give our experience to the young people. But look finally to our age. What is our age today? All the doctors here present. And the young people, what's their age? I would say, give them time to make their experience. Don't overload them with our experience. We can help them with our experience, but don't overload them. Give them the time to live. We did the same. We were also young. And our parents and our teachers and our great teachers, they were always saying what to do. But finally, did we really listen to them? Yes or no? That's the question for you from my side. So be curious. Now, the second question, music is my tool. Music is my religion. You know, in the whole...
I want to just correct you one thing. You said we were also young. You are young, not we were also young.
Again. But you know what I mean. I speak about experience, actually. But music is... And in the history, not one composer wrote the same composition. There is also an evolution, and we study this evolution. So we need time. What am I doing? I am trying to find the beauty in each score. This is my score. And I'm trying to find 24 hours the beauty of a person, what this person wants to say. And all the good composers, they are genius. And I'm sure that all the professors here are genius. But we have also be aware that we give our young people time to develop their curiosity. We can help them, but please don't overload them. They're going to be scared finally on the end. Give them time, give them space. They discover the world in their way, as we did when we were much younger. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bart. Thank you so much. What you said means curiosity. My God, it is actually, yes, why we are doing this, why we are doing this program, means we need to create that curiosity everywhere. Like I always believe that if you know your why, how becomes easier.
Exactly.
If
Always
you
why.
Exactly. So if you know your why, how becomes easier. I always do that. Why I'm doing this. Then why, what? We can build a pathway. We can build a pathway. We can connect the dots. Then only the meaning life will become meaningful. Otherwise, what will happen is we are just leading the time. That's it, moving the time ahead. And when we will become old day by day, and life will finish, and we will regret and we will die. That's it. Life. It's so short life, and in this short life we need to work on our why are we here, what we can do, and how to achieve that. And for that we need a skill, and that is curiosity. Thank you so much, Bart, for providing the navigator for everyone to start their bike, to start their car. We need a key, and that key is curiosity. Thank you so much, Bart. Wonderful.
I'm sorry that I have to go because I have to travel for a concert in the other side of Mexico. So I have to leave you now because it's time for me to go.
No, I'm sorry, Bart. I forgot that. Otherwise, we could have taken yours first. I'm really sorry for that. That we made you waited, keep you waited here so much. Sorry for that, Bart.
So I say thank you very much, and hope to see you all again on the Pantella in the screen, or maybe who knows that I come also very soon to your place.
Thank you so much. We will look forward to see you here, Bart, and all of you. Actually, all of you, we are looking forward to see you next time. And Dr. Rania promised she'll come next time.
Okay.
So thank you, Bart. Thank you so much, and have a safe concert, and best wishes.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye.
Thank you, Bart. Bye bye. So now we are with the Miss Sheena now. Miss Sheena means again, as everyone knows, she's having a candid insights, and Miss Sheena has a wonderful question as well. And her question is, she's expert in that. This is, I think, everyone wants to know that. Everyone wants to know what are the future skills that can make a workplace a wonderful future skills. I think now I have to use the word futures, as Professor Einstein has said. So, Ms. Sheena, what do you say about that?
Thank you, Dr. Shama, and thank you to everyone who's spoken. Earlier, I gave you 3 things that I thought, and I'm now more convinced than ever, we need to design young people. We need to design us. Performance by design is what we need to do in the future. Everything we do has to be our why, our curious, and it has to be performance, because we need to be, young people will need to be commercially viable. And I also spoke about mastery with the difference, that incomparability. And that's what our young people need to learn very early on. What skills can they learn that's going to be commercially viable for them in the future? And third thing I spoke about was winning results beyond the football park. What is it you need to do? So I have a phrase, and it's called being simply sophisticated. I think Professor used that, being simple. How can we be simply sophisticated? And I have created my signature model. Now, not many people do that. In the world today, we need to be a brand. We need to look at us, the young people. They need to learn that whatever they do, they need to have a brand identity, something about them that makes people attractive to them, something about them that an employer will look at them and think, wow, we need to have this young person on our staff. So my question is, how can you rise to the top as a corporate athlete, as a student athlete, as a young person athlete? How can we fit into the dynamics of our economy? And there's 4 things you need to be able to do that links into the business world. You need to become an expert. You need to become an expert in one particular thing. Yes, you could have subheadings under the umbrella. The second thing is you need to have a model, a strategy, a blueprint of what you're going to do. So young people need to know before they leave school, what is that blueprint going to be? And as adults, we need to know as well, what are we an expert in? Do we have a model? The third thing is we need to be consistent in everything we do. But the fourth thing that's quite important, we need to have mentors. We need to have mentors that can actually teach us that area of expertise, teach us how to have a model of good practice, teach us what is work ethics, what is employability. But the model I have has got 8 areas in it, just like Professor from Liverpool was saying. The 8 areas that I've got in my model is planning, speaking, training, coaching, customer service, mentoring, and well-being. Now, these are the areas that I teach adults and younger people to start to understand so that they can move forward in the future. But the most important skill out of all of this, to be able to work in digital marketing, planning, training, you must be able to speak. Because speaking is the most profitable skill in the business world today. You can have the academia, you can have 4 degrees, if you cannot speak. So you have to be able to speak in school, work experience. You have to be able to speak when you go for that shortlisted job interview. You have to be able to speak if you, in a company, I sit on panels and the company CEOs tell me, we need people that can speak about our brand. We need people that can have conversations with our team. We need people that can speak in the boardroom. We need people that can speak to win new business. Now, these things that I've highlighted are not just nice things to do. They're absolutely imperative. If you cannot do that, I speak to people across the world and they've got brilliant knowledge, very talented, they're skilled, but they cannot communicate in the 12 different business settings that are required right now today. And I go into schools here, I've got a couple of schools, and I'm teaching the young people in grade 5, so they'd be 16, 17. And I'm saying to them, learn how to speak. Learn how to speak about what you want to do. Learn how to speak with an employer. And the person that gets selected and shortlisted is the person that can introduce themselves, can answer some basic questions. If adults can't do that, how can we teach our young people that? So we need to have that simply sophisticated. I call it, it's been mentioned already, I think Dr. Kevin mentioned it about the root cause. In my world, perhaps prevention might be another word. I speak a lot about how can we learn a skill to prevent something in the economy that stops you in your tracks. So prevention, and then that new direction. So for me, teaching young people correction, that new direction that takes them to learning new skills. And the thing is, I'll leave you with this. You see, skills is not where you're standing right now. Skills is the direction that you look. So we can all sit here or stand here. That's not skills. We need to look and focus on that new direction and look and see and provide bespoke solutions in the different areas of education. Remember, first be the best and then be first.
Wonderful, wonderful analogy as well, Mishina. As you said, skill is like it's indirectly it is a mentor for us. It is taking. It's not where we are standing. Where we have to reach. Where we have to reach. So skill is taking us to the place where we have to reach with the help of it's again the navigation. So wonderful, Miss Rina. And you are the only one, I believe, from whom I have heard about athletes, student athletes. Miss, in terms of skills, how you relate the skills with the athletes and the Olympics, it's always a new model that is created by you. And the word athlete itself gives that energy that we have to bring in, reflect in others. And as you said, speaking, I think speaking is one of the most important skill because one of the evidence that is given by the nature to us is when a baby is born, if the baby don't cry, we feel that there is a problem. Nobody is happy. There is a problem. When the baby cries, that happiness from the hospital, oh, baby is born, congratulations. That means the baby communicates with the world for the first time with his voice, the communication with his cry. So the communication, the speaking is so important. It's a business. The baby started doing business with the world with his cry. So he started bringing the emotions of happiness, everything, and among the whole family and everything with his communication. So the God has given us that message that speaking is a business, speaking is an emotion, speaking is everything. It's a skill that is needed to ignite. So this is the skill that needed to. So I'm communicating with all of you. So that's the reason I'm able to build with a relationship and emotion with all of you. Communication is not just speaking, it is emotions. It is building the bond with all of you. The way I speak with you, the way my mind, my heart, connecting both of them, and I relate with you, the bond that brings the human skills together. Thank you so much, Ms. Sheena. Thank you so much.
Thank you for that. You're always so super with your feedback. If I can just share one thing that people don't do that it is a bit of a secret, is that you spoke about emotion and speaking and your voice. There is a train of thought, and this works. Being an emotive speaker starts by, when you're speaking about the pain and the challenges of any situation, education, work, business, you take 50% off your voice. So your voice would be emotive. Watch what I'm doing. Your voice would be slower, more paced. It would be quieter. Because that way you're tapping into the person. When you want to speak about success and speak about progress, then you would be highlighting the energy that you have in your voice. So emotion is not just about words, it's about using your voice from soft to medium to much higher. And that's a skill that you must all learn, take on board. It's easy just to speak, but we must learn how we use our dialogue and narrative and our words.
Thank you so much, Mishina. It's wonderful, really. And after thanking Mishina, let me go to Dr. Rania to summarize of all this what she has felt about, because she's expertise here. So let me ask Dr. Rania to summarize how the skills are required for the future. And it's in general, Dr. Rania, what you feel now, means after listening to everyone about the skills and their mastery.
Yes. Thank you for this great question. Actually, I want to highlight some important points that in the world of change, the most valuable skill is learning how to learn. Don't just learn a skill, but learn also how to connect with other skills. And that's where innovation usually happens. and also that the future-proof skill is one that keeps evolving with you. Why? Because the ability to learn quickly and continuously, I think, is more important than mastering a simple fixed skill. In a fast-changing world, static knowledge becomes obsolete, but learning agility stays relevant. Learning how to learn, of course, stems from curiosity. As Dr. Bartholomeus mentioned, curiosity is the base also of STEM education. We talk about inquiry-based learning, how we encourage the students to observe the world around them, to formulate questions, hypotheses, to speculate, etc. So curiosity, inquiry, and then the implication of all this is that, of course, this skill allows you to adopt different flexible attitudes and to adapt at the same time across industries, tools, and roles. So workplaces and schools must prioritize metacognition, curiosity, self-teaching ability, and this goes along with what Dr. Stein mentioned about self-awareness. Don't just learn a skill. I mentioned learn how to connect with others. Why? Because skills don't exist in silos. They are most powerful when they're combined or applied across disciplines. Innovation often comes, from the intersection, usually of fields, art and technology, psychology and design. What the implication is that learners should focus on systems thinking, what we call system thinking, and search for hybrid skill sets, coding, for example, storytelling, which is very trendy. Education and training should encourage cross-functional projects and collaborative learning. And I mentioned before that a future-proof skill is always one that keeps evolving with you. Why? Because skills aren't done once you learn them. They're living, they're dynamic, they're evolving, they are shaped by your experience, by your context, by your goals, and your skills should grow as you grow, personally, professionally, and creatively. So develop flexible, upgradable skills like creativity, I mentioned before, communication, digital fluency, empathy, use feedback, reflection, and new challenges to keep refining your talents. This is very important. So evolve intentionally. This is the 21st century skill philosophy. Evolve intentionally, learn continuously, connect creatively. I think this is what it means to be truly future ready. And of course, tools change, but core skills like communication, mentioned before, remains timeless. Technologies evolve quickly, but human-centered skills are foundational and transferable. No matter how advanced tools become, they still require people who can collaborate, who can imagine, who can understand each other. For me, it will be very hard to find in the future people who have moral values, who have moral integrity. We will have many, the majority of people will know about how to manage AI and technology, but it will be very difficult, unfortunately, the future to find honestly, honest and people with moral values, unfortunately, because this human-centric dimension is missing from education nowadays. I think the education system worldwide. Why? Because we focus a lot on technical skills, etc. And I want to say here that should not chase tools alone. We need to invest in timeless skills that amplify any tool we use, whether we use, for example, an email or an AI tool. Your ability to communicate clearly and empathize defines your effectiveness. And something else that I want to add, that your most powerful skills are the ones you can carry across careers, industries, and even eras. This is what we call transferable skills, like leadership, like problem solving, adaptability, act as a toolkit that you bring wherever you go. And these skills don't expire with job titles or tech trends. So I would say that the future of work is non-linear. That's why our previous speakers mentioned about multiple futures. People will shift roles in industries multiple times. The model that we had once we learn something, this will be forever. This is gone. And also in the model that we had one career that we study, for example, literature, we will become a teacher, and this is over. This also has changed. Nowadays, we may change multiple jobs throughout our whole life. So future-proof professionals are those who focus on portable, versatile skills that can apply in any context. Tech skills, on the other hand, of course, AI is here, we need to embrace it, may open the door, but human skills keep you in the room. So technical skills can get you noticed, but relationships, emotional intelligence, and trust keep you valuable. AI may do the task, but humans still choose who they want to work with and follow. So relational mastery should be combined with digital fluency, and also cultivating active listening, collaboration. This defines success, especially in teams and leadership. So I could say that transferable skills are the engine for me. Human skills are the glue, and technology is just the tool. So in the world of smart machines, being deeply human is your ultimate competitive edge for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rani. I love when you said the artificial skills can open the door, but human skills can keep you in the room. It's amazing. It's really an amazing. And also, you said the skills should grow as we grow. That's what Professor Einstein was telling. We have to upskill, reskill. There is nothing called as a future proof. It is a futures. So we have to upskill, reskill. Every time we have to upgrade ourselves. Otherwise, we'll be degraded and extinct like dinosaurs of Charles Darwin's theory. So thank you so much, Dr. Rani. It's an amazing conclusion. It's amazing. And before we go for the vote of thanks by Dr. Kevin Ward, who will be thanking all of you on the behalf of I.I.I for joining us here, for giving your wonderful time, wonderful. Trust me, everyone's points are so transforming, like implementation of information is transformation. And I want to share also that the favorite skill of mine, which skill that I love most. Yes, all of your skills are amazing, and I'm really going to work on that again more and more to improve myself. But the skill that I every day, even when challenges come, when problems comes, whatever comes, the skill that I work is happiness skill. How to build happiness. This is what I work, because I feel without happiness, when sometimes challenges come so much, I feel, then I think if I am feeling stressed, that means I am decreasing day of my life. So I need to find the ways how I should make myself happy. So I don't want to compromise on that happiness. As short life, we have to be happy all the time, finding our ways. So that is the skill that I really work on, to keep ourselves happy. If we are not happy, then there is no purpose of doing anything. So that is my favorite skill that I love to work on. And to be that happy, all skills that you said should be the boundaries, should be there as a armor, which will be helping you to enhance our happiness. So thank you so much. And I want from every one of you, congratulations to all the participants. I mean, our cheers to Skills Hackathon 2025 from every one of you, so that we can, I want every one of you to tell this, so that we can record it and share it to everyone, whoever are going to participate in that. Shall we start from Dr. Kevin? Cheers to Skills Hackathon 2025.
Cheers to Skills 25 Hackathon. Join us, learn, grow with us.
Thank you, Dr. Kevin. Professor Einstein?
Let's think that there are still some people who need skilling, but we all need upskilling and we all will need reskilling. And therefore, this launch of Skills Hackathon 2025 is a big boost for a good future. Many thanks.
Thank you so much, Professor Einstein. Professor Jagdish?
Well, cheers to the new initiative of I.I.I Skill Hackathon 2025. And I am sure it is going to help our youth as well as everybody who is a participant in upskilling, reskilling, cross-skilling and multi-skilling also. So there's a lot to done. One life is too small period for learning. So let's have lifelong learning. And I think this platform will help everybody in this. Thank you very much for this platform. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Professor. Dr. Rania.
Yes. To all the young minds, professionals, entrepreneurs, and change makers who are preparing to join this hackathon journey, I would say that this is your moment. Embrace it. Your ideas matter, your leadership matter, and the world is ready for what you have to offer. So let the Skills Hackathon 2025 continue and give you wings to fly with energy, passion, and purpose.
Thank you, Dr. Anya. Ms. Sheena.
I started by saying first be the best and then be first. To all the young people, to all the entrepreneurs, to all the young adults who want to actually have personal and professional development, Skills 2025 is going to be your year from now and in the next decade. Just embrace it. Embrace the challenges and be simply sophisticated in everything you do. Don't be complex, just lead.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sheena. Thank you. Thanks to all of you for your wishes. I'm sure we will be playing everywhere so that everyone will get energized before they start. Thank you so much again. So I request Dr. Kevin for the vote of thanks. Dr. Kevin.
Thank you, panel, for being here, taking your time out. Time is the most precious asset we have. And so thank you for your investment in our future and hopefully the future of our kids, our futures. And so thank you. You just don't know how much we appreciate it. And I think that a lot of people will come to appreciate it as they take the time to be a part and listen and join in. Thank you all very much.
Thank you so much, everybody. And then see you then soon, and with lots of again more exciting things. And thank you again. Thank you for your time. See you then soon. Thank you so much, Professor Einstein, Dr.
Thank you, everyone.
Professor Jagdish, Dr. Evan. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye bye. I'll just picture. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye. Good night. Good night. And happy weekend. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye. Thank you. A very warm welcome to I.I.I 2023.
Good evening, everyone. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is a day of leadership, a legacy of leadership, which we, I.I.I Group, celebrate.
Let's introduce the woman of the match, the one and only Dr. Shama Hussain, ma'am. We are launching the world's first premium leadership startup launch.
To the society, to the country, to the nation, finally we can build leaders.
Thank you. And first of all, I would like to thank you, Doctor, for everything you are saying and what you are doing. And I was saying to you earlier that in what is happening now in the world, we're really in need of such a positive message to deliver to our youth and our coming generation that there is hope and there is good things will happen in future. And with your ideas and your initiatives, I think the world will be in a better place. Thank you.
Heartiest congratulations to Dr. Shama Hussain. Let's give a big hand to Shama Hussain.
I am Dr. Pinta Chaichana from Thailand. I am to be here to support Dr. Shama Hussain and I.I.I family.
You are a genius. You are an outstanding leader.